भाई देख पहले हरियाणा वाले तक जिसके भी दौरे यो चैनल आ जा लाइक कोई वीडियो देखने लग रहे हो कुछ और लग रहा है यो चैनल आ जा तो भाई प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर दियो। और बाकी जो इंडिया में जितने भी बालक हैं अरे सब्सक्राइब कर लो, ठीक ठाक बात कर लो। और my channel is in English, so I would love to hear you guys out. How do you like this channel or the language? And if it's working fine, we gain both ways. We can share our workout regimes. We can talk in a language which is not ours, but we would need it. I mean, it's better to know two languages than only one language, right? So please do subscribe. Hello, how is everyone? All good? Did you guys work out? Some of you must have. Alright, okay, today we'll talk about 5 things which happen to you if you're fit. Not fit, but fit. Alright, so we'll discuss those things. Talking about workout, I did something really fun today. Don't believe me? Go check out the stuff. I tried to manage today in the gym. Go check out that stuff and yeah, come back and we'll talk. How was it? Impressive? See, that's the idea. You got to work out variations. That's the most important thing you can do in your quest to get fit. If you do those variations, your body would be some kind of shock every time you hit the gym or your workout area. And trust me, it works. Alright, now that we have gotten the good stuff out of the way, let's head into the important stuff. Alright, I said we'll talk about 5 things which happen to you if you're fit. First things first, what is a fit person and what is a not so fit person? For me, I would endorse someone as fit, or I would recommend someone as fit, or I would say someone as fit if that guy has developed his muscles to an optimum level, and obviously that guy can stretch, that guy can do those balancing acts. Like, you saw your brother doing all that? Yeah. So yeah, that kind of stuff I call fit. So being fit entails a lot more than just hitting the gym, doing those same crunches, same curls, same I don't know, squats, whatever. But those things are fine. For me, they are important, but they are not the only thing you should be going to do in the gym. All right. For me, everything should play a role in your fitness goal. But yeah, I mean, just go back to the start of this video and you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Number one, and the most important one, metabolism. You will have a sorted metabolism. You eat good stuff, your body would make sure it breaks it down optimally, and then it processes it to make bigger chunks of energy and storing it in the right areas and feeding your muscles. So great metabolism would have a great inner health for you. So the body would first do catabolism, and the second thing it'll do is anabolism. Anabolism mostly happens when you're sleeping. So yeah, good sleep is also important. So it's like right kind of exercises plus sleep will make sure you have a great metabolism. All right. Number two, this should have been at the end because it's one of the byproducts of being fit, but I've put it at number two because confidence is something which is more important than even a lot of other things. So I put it at number two. That's confidence. If you're fit, your confidence would even surprise you. As Roger Federer, the great tennis player, GOAT, has said, there are shots he plays during matches. Those shots even are surprising to this guy also. So yes, confidence can do wonders to you, but being fit and being confident, it's a progression. Like as you start getting towards that fitness goal which you have set for yourself, your confidence would grow, and yeah, it won't take a hit. Okay, before we head to the third point, I want to ask you, which is better, street smartness or not so street smartness? Which one is better? Obviously street smartness. So the fit person I painted before you is a perfect example of street smartness. This guy is agile, he can stretch, he can balance, he can do all those things. Whereas a bodybuilder would always talk about brain and muscle connection, but I'm sorry to say that when it comes to street smartness, that muscle and brain coordination, it doesn't work out that well. You agree, right? So let's say you're doing some balancing act, like I did in those videos earlier. Your brain, there is some part of your brain which you haven't used if you're trying those movements for the first time. So that area of your brain gets activated, and trust me, everyone is using like 2% of their brains. So if one area which you haven't touched upon in all these years, and if it gets stimulated, voila, nothing like it. Yeah. Another example, simpler one. Let's say there is a bodybuilder, and then there is a fit person. According to me, well, these are two different entities. For you, it might be just one person. But let's just say one is fit, agile. He can stretch. He can balance. He is quick. He's street smart. And this guy, on the other hand, he is a typical bodybuilder. All right. So tell me something. If this fit guy has to try his hand at some new sport, let's say golf, who would have a better swing? Or let's say he wants to try archery, who would have a better squeeze and better stretch? The fit guy, right? There you go. Which one you want to be? If you have one talent, why not develop five others? And as the saying goes, talent never comes in solitude or alone. If one person is talented, he has to be talented in three other things. Otherwise, he's not talented. Don't go on me. I'm jack of all trades. All right? Like you. And by the way, when I'm sure a few things are going through your mind when I say fit and bodybuilding. These are two different things, and probably if we are fit, we are not as powerful, or we don't have that much power as the guy who's into bodybuilding. Trust me, he let's say he has a biceps of 18 inches. In time, you will get there. Probably you'll be at 17 or 16 and a half maximum during your lifetime, but that's not bad because you came to that point on your own without any hazardous supplements. So what's the harm? And I'm sure you must have watched quite a lot of videos wherein they put these two guys. One is my kind of fit, another one is your kind of fit, and they put them together for a battle. And more often than not, the guy who is my guy wins. See, at the end of it, you have to live with yourself in this life. So you got to decide what's best for you. And if it's something which makes you gain a lot of things, why not choose that thing instead of something which might lead to quite a lot of complications. So the idea is to stay healthy, to work out, and to live a great lifestyle, right? Another important thing about fit and bodybuilding is, guys, listen, I've heard a lot of things like transformation, this and that and whatnot. I mean, if your body changes so much, trust me, it will give you hard time going forward. I mean, you cannot do that to your body. If you can, if you are an Amir Khan, okay, if you are a Shah Rukh Khan, you can do that. But if you're not in that league, you cannot do that because you won't be able to sustain that thing. So stay in your pants. I mean it. Stay in your pants and do what is required of you to do in terms of your evolution, the kind of work you've been doing, and the kind of workout regime you have come across as in your childhood or in your growing up years. So all those things matter, your genetics, everything matters. So getting fit is the idea, not building huge muscles, because that would lead you nowhere. The fit guy would be less prone to injury, trust me. You must have seen in India, back in India, I remember looking at these posters and billboards which spoke about moch theek kara lo, ye kara lo, wo kara lo. They'll have a WWF star or WWE star in a on that advertisement with bandage and with crutches and everything. So a bigger body is more surface area, more injury prone, weaker bones and whatnot. I mean, bigger muscles. It's a hectic thing. So yeah, you can save yourself. I've come across a lot of content which talks about I don't have money. How should I get how should I get the body I want? Guys, what's wrong with you guys? I'm a vegetarian. I've been working out, and you get everything required to build your muscles at home if you're doing the right kind of diet plan. So back in the day, it was like, to go to the gym, you need to have certain amount of money in your pocket every month. No way you can have like you can't do without a couple of things like supplements and what. You can take supplements. It's fine. However, there is no magic rule that you need to have this much money and you need to have like two bags of this protein and then you'll build muscles. No way. You can have your protein intake right at home. I mean, it could be your pulses, it could be cottage cheese. There are a lot of things. I mean, I seriously don't understand why people in India are getting misled by I don't know, a bunch of nobodies. Alright, in the end, let me leave with you a question. Which body type would be easier to maintain and is more sustainable? A bulging body with a lot of muscles, a lot of veins, or a body which is lean, it can stretch better, it can balance better. Which one is more sustainable in all the parameters? All right, put the comments down below and probably we'll have our next topic from there. If no, then I have a lot more to discuss. All right, भाई देख पहले मैं हरियाणा वाले तक हूँ जिसके भी दौरे यो चैनल आ जा, लाइक कोई वीडियो देखने लग रहे हो, कुछ और लग रहा है, यो चैनल आ जा तो भाई प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर दियो। और बाकी जो इंडिया में जितने भी बालक हैं, अरे सब्सक्राइब कर लो, ठीक ठाक बात कर लो। और my channel is in English, so I would love to hear you guys out. How do you like this channel, the language, and if it's working fine, we gain both ways. We can share our workout regimes, we can talk in a language which is not ours, but we would need it. I mean, it's better to know two languages than only one language, right? So please do subscribe.